Hey everyone, PilotPath here, and welcome to episode 4 on how to taxi our A32NX, start the engines, and take off smoothly. So first, after last episode, we were putting all our flight patterns and our performances. So now, what we're going to now learn is how to push back. Before that, you need to make sure that your beacon lights are on to let the ground know that you're ready for pushback. So what you want to do is go onto your flypad, press on this truck button, push back and turn your system on. What you want to do is press on core tug, and as you can see the pushback tug is coming. Just wait for it to attach. The weather is really bad at Heathrow right now. Waiting for him to connect. Okay, it's been connected. Parking brake you take off, and tug speed set it to this, like around this fast. And as you can see, we're now getting pushed back. So that means with our APU on and our APU bleed on, we can now make sure the throttle's idle. We can now put the engine mode selector to ignition start and start engine 2. As you can see, the engine is now turning on. If you can't see, we can see from here that N2 is rising. Make sure your fuel pumps are on as well before. Want to now go on to the right. Might want to oh, that's the speed. You might want to lower your speed when turning. Once you're about center line to taxiway, you can pause, parking brake on, and get the tug out of our plane. After engine 2 is around 19.8, when it should say avail, you can now start engine 1. Okay, N2 is rising. While your engine is getting ready, what you can do is set up your autopilot. So you get your cruising altitude from your SimBrief flight plan, and you put it onto here, scroll it, and put it. For me, it was 23,000 feet. This, if you pull it, it'll literally climb without. It will ignore the restrictions and climb if you pull it. But if you push it, it will go and managed, where it will follow the flight restrictions and not ignore them. So it looks like avail. We can now turn this on normal, flap set to 1, and we can now turn off the APU. Next, what you want to do is turn on your landing lights onto taxi, and also turn on runway lights. You can now turn on the lights inside the cockpit if you would like to. And you can see the checklist is here. So auto brakes, set them to max. Cabin, you want to check, press cause all. Spoilers, set them to armed. And TO config is just this little button right here. No errors, we're all good. So now what you want to do is apply on the Airbus A32NX FlyByWire. You want to take off parking brake and just put 1% of power, just one click of power, because this one's really sensitive. And now you have to taxi to your assigned runway. If you are using, you can use the flyPad to see where your runway is, but if you are using the VATSIM network, you have to follow air traffic control's guidance to where the runway is. But since I'm not using ATC today, we don't have to worry about that. You can also use the ND to help you where your runway is. So my runway, it looks like it's all the way down here, so it might take a while. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video on how to start engines, push back and taxi. In the next video we'll learn how to take off on a really stable climb and how to get into autopilot and get to your cruising altitude. Anyways, this is PilotPath going, and see you in the next episode.